The fall season is right around the corner, and that means a new season of anime is coming along with it.
We have plenty of new shows to be excited about. Today we will be talking about the 5 must-watch anime of this new fall season.
With that, let's just jump straight into it. And if you're familiar with our channel, you know that we're really excited about this first anime, Blue Lock Season 2, Blue Lock vs Japan U20.
That's right. The season is now officially confirmed to be titled Blue Lock vs U20 Japan. So it's safe to say we are actually going to get this matchup this season.
I think it's an understatement to say that I'm very hyped. You all know that we love Blue Lock. The first season had its own ups and downs, but we enjoyed it. I'm very happy to see that Blue Lock has been continuing in its popularity, and a lot of people seem to be interested in this new season. Obviously, like Lotus said, it's Blue Lock vs Japan U20, so it's confirmed we're going to get the peakest match of the whole series so far. This is when Blue Lock officially turned into the next level of sports anime. I think now a lot of people are going to understand why Blue Lock has so much hype in the manga community, now that the anime community is finally going to see why so much people love the series.
We already saw the events of the first selection and the second selection in the last season, and now we get to start off this new season with the third selection, and we get to meet even more amazing Blue Lock players, one of them being my most favorite players right now, Karasu. We get to see more of him and his style of play, as well as players like Oliver Aiku. I'm really looking forward to seeing these characters be animated, as well as just being able to see this Blue Lock versus U20 Japan match. As you mentioned, Tev, this is, in our opinion, the peak of Blue Lock as far as just an amazing performance of players playing at the highest level. It's going to be great to see.
Honestly, I don't even think it's just our opinion. I think most people in the community would agree that Blue Lock vs Japan U20 was probably the best match and had some of the best moments as well in the whole series. You got to see so many characters develop, and like you said, you saw so many new characters come into play. Finally get to see Shido more fleshed out. You get to see Oliver Aiku, the star defender, and you finally get to see a center back that actually shows like real capabilities. And of course, you get the god playmaker Itoshi Sai. If you haven't watched Blue Lock already, definitely go check it out because you want to know why Itoshi Sai is so hyped up. This man is the cream of the crop in Japan. He plays for the top club Real. He's known as one of the next best players in the world, and we finally get to see him in action. And guess what? We get to see the whole team go against him and the rest of the Japan U20 team.
All eyes are really on this season of Blue Lock, and we're all hoping to see amazing animation and hopefully seeing that this match is delivered on the right level that it needs to be. If you haven't checked out Blue Lock Season 1, I would definitely say go check it out, especially if you do enjoy sports anime, and get ready for Season 2. It's coming in October and you still have some time.
Moving on, let's talk about one of the next big anticipated anime of this new season, and that is the hit manga turned into an anime, Dandadan.
I'm very excited for dandadan. It looks so stellar. For those who don't know, dandadan follows Momo, who's a high school girl from a family of spirit mediums, and her classmate Okarun, an avid fan of aliens. However, these two get into an argument about aliens and ghosts.
You see, Momo believes in ghosts, and she completely denies aliens and their existence, while Okarun fully believes in aliens, and he denies the existence of ghosts. So these best friends are constantly arguing about who's right and what's real, and to make these mutual deniers believe in each other, Momo goes to this abandoned hospital, which is known for UFO sightings, and Okarun, he goes to a tunnel which is known to be haunted. In each place, they both encounter overwhelming paranormal activity that transcends their whole comprehension of what they knew.
So just based off the trailer, this looks absolutely incredible. I love the animation, I love the colors, I love everything that's going on in this. The story itself seems very promising, but I guess my question to you, Tev, aliens or ghosts, which one do you believe in?
Honestly, both.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I think it would be both.
I'm a very small human being in the whole grand scheme of things. I don't know what is really out there, so I'm gonna say both, but I will say this anime is gonna be literally out of this world. It's done by Science Saru, so you know the animation's gonna be clean. A lot of people are hyped up for this. I have not read Dandadan. I wanted to stay surprised when I saw this anime. I wait a little bit, try to see if the anime looks a little good, and if it's really good, I just go binge the manga.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there. That's something I do too, especially if it's like a new anime that's coming in. Of course, as you said, I would like to see how well the anime performs, how it actually looks and all that, and see if it's something that's truly up my alley. As we stated before, this is something that is highly revered right now. The manga is very popular. I'm going into this with high expectations, and like we said, this looks really good based on the trailers we've seen, and I already knew this was one that I had to keep on my radar, so I am looking forward to this one.
If you're interested in Dandadan or you already read Dandadan, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments because I really want to know what you guys think about the series. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm definitely going to be checking the anime, and you guys should definitely check out the anime too.
You guys should definitely let us know whether you believe in aliens or ghosts. I'm curious to see which side the viewers fall on.
And moving on to our third pick, MF Ghost is coming back.
Those who don't know, MF Ghost is the sequel to the amazing racing anime that is Initial D.
For those who didn't watch the first season, it was a lot of pre-build up to our main character, Kanata, but this second season is looking like it's going to be a lot more intense. It's going to be jumping straight into the races, which I'm very looking forward to because that's what truly drawn me to the show. I want to see the intense racing that Initial D had. I think the track style is also very interesting because this is just for pure speed.
That's right. The first season of MF Ghost kind of set up the world that the anime takes place in. We got to learn a lot about MFG and the rules associated with it. We got to see so many different characters, and we're hoping to see even more of that in the second season of MF Ghost. At the end of season 1, we saw that Kanto was able to make a couple of adjustments to his GT86, making it more powerful, and just overall the handling of the car got much better, all in preparation for him to take on the Lake Ashinoku qualifiers where the first season actually left off. So season 2 will be covering that. I'm looking forward to seeing much more high impact races and just seeing Kanto to be a badass behind the wheel.
And maybe some more cameos from the Initial D crew. We've already seen small glimpses of some past people. If they definitely keep teasing more people showing up, I'll definitely love that as well.
Yeah, they did show Keisuke's yellow RX-7 in one of the episodes too, so I wonder if that's going to be a thing that comes up again. Overall, the first season, I enjoyed my watch of MF Ghost, and it was just a great watch throughout. I kind of have that same expectation going into the second season.
And after MF Ghost, our fourth pick will actually be a reboot of the classic anime Ranma, which will actually be done by Studio Mappa.
This whole story kind of has this weird comedic formula attached to it. Our main character, Ranma, can actually change genders whenever water happens to be poured onto them.
For those who don't know what Ranma is a classic anime set back in the 90s, and what I will say before I even go into details, I love what Mappa did with the animation style. It looks like the old crisp 90s anime a little bit, but Ranma was a popular anime back in the day. He would try to go off and try to become this top martial artist, and then while training, he gets in this crazy accident where he falls in the spring, and now anytime he touches water, he turns to a girl. And not only that, his dad was with him, and no, his dad doesn't turn to a girl as well. His dad actually turns into a panda, even more random. These two can now transform whenever they're touched by water, and it just gets them to all these wacky situations.
And throughout the series, Ranma seeks out a way to get rid of this curse, while his friends, enemies, and apparently many fiancés constantly hinder and interfere. What really caught my eye about it, it captures that late 80s and mid 90s anime aesthetic, which I thought was really interesting, but Mappa found a way to make it look more modern. I thought to myself, it would be really cool to see more anime do that. I think there's a lot of really cool anime from the 80s that might not hold up as well because of animation reasons.
And you can truthfully enjoy the show even if you didn't watch it in the past. Even if you're just new, it's going to be a reboot, so it's going to have a lot of the original plot elements of the original series. It's just going to have that new modern look, like Lucas said. It's a great show. I loved it when I was a kid. I found it really funny. It had some good fights, and it had some rom-com moments between his fiancés. It had a lot of good comedy moments, like in every single episode, just some funny slapstick moments. It just has a little bit of everything, and I think you'll really enjoy this.
And just a small fun fact for anyone that does care, Ranma actually inspired series like Scott Pilgrim and Your Name, if you guys are familiar with that. Definitely one of my favorite anime movies. But moving on, let's talk about another one that's coming in, and it's going to be Dragon Ball Daima.
Dragon Ball Daima, another project by the great, the honored one, Akira Toriyama. Rest in peace, the GOAT. It's another original story of the Dragon Ball characters trying to go out and save the world, and honestly, I'm gonna check it out just for the fact that Akira Toriyama actually worked on this right before he passed. And like I said, he was the GOAT. He was the one who got me a lot into anime. Dragon Ball was the first show that really got me hooked onto anime, so I'm gonna check it out solely for that reason, and I think it deserved a shout out just because we all know how influential Dragon Ball and Akira Toriyama was to the whole anime scene.
Akira Toriyama was one of the GOATs. You know, it's only right that we check out Dragon Ball Daima too, especially since we saw that he did have some influence on this project as well. I am curious to see what Dragon Ball will dish out this time. I mean, it is Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball usually doesn't miss. So to talk a little bit about the story of Dragon Ball Daima is about Goku and his friends, and they all turn into children by a conspiracy and must travel to a distant world to fix this curse that they've been put under. One of the biggest takeaways from the trailers that I saw was that Vegeta had a big ass head. Vegeta's head looks big as shit in this trailer.
And now they're gonna also be making fun of his big ass head. That's crazy.
But now this does look really interesting. I wonder if it's going to be a little bit more lighthearted compared to some of the themes in, like, say, like a Dragon Ball Z. So this will be the 5th installment in the Dragon Ball series. So going into this with high hopes and expectations, and I don't think we will expect to be disappointed in watching this.
No, not at all. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a try no matter what. Before we end up the video, we want to give a quick shout outs for some other anime that we think you guys should check out. A lot of it does depend if you watch it or not, and the reason why we talked about MF Ghost and Blue Lock is because I know those are season 2s, but we talk about those concepts a lot on our channel already, so I feel like it was very much needed. But of course, you also have to remember ReZero is coming back, Bleach is coming back. You also have shows like Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon?
You also have Gun Gale Online too, that's coming back for all the SAO fans that are out there. Seven Deadly Sins, Rurouni Kenshin season 2. That's one I really wanted to put on this list, but to be fair, I didn't get get to watch the first season yet. I wanted to be able to come in here and do it justice. I think that's also going to be a really good one this season.
You also have Blue Exorcist coming back as well. I was a big fan of Blue Exorcist. I actually have to catch up on the first part of the second edition that's coming out in the fall, but I've heard a lot of good things. My brother's very into it. This fall season is very much the season of sequels, so we didn't want to talk too much about other sequels, but we definitely thought some of them deserved a little shout out at the end because I know they're very popular. A lot of them I will be checking out at some point, but the 5 must watch are definitely Blue Lock Season 2, dandadan, MF Ghost, Ranma, and Dragon Ball Daima.
Overall, the fall season of anime just looks really stacked. Like Tev said, it's the season of sequels.
Definitely let us know what animes we should check out this fall season that we didn't mention today in the comments. And please let us know, do you believe in ghosts, aliens, both, neither? These are important questions, people. We have to know.
And what anime are you excited to watch this season? Let us know in the comments.
Thank you again for sticking to the end. Please don't forget to like or comment on the video. And also, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget, we do have a community Discord. And the link to that should be in the description.
And as always, it's Lotus.
It's Tev. Peace.
Catch you in the next one.